Hello, I'm Philip Smith, and I will be talking to you about how to high jump. High jumping is definitely one of my favorite events in track and field, but if you don't practice it periodically, it can get extremely tricky because if you mess one little thing up, it will ruin your whole day. Now, the current world record currently sits at 8 feet and a quarter inch, so if you can imagine that, that's a little less than 2 feet taller than I am, and that's what someone can jump over. We actually have a high jumper here who can jump 7'2" and a half. He's probably this tall. So yeah, bunch of freak athletes. But if you ask me, there are three main virtues to high jumping. Number one is speed. Number two is consistency, and number three is power. Speed because, disclaimer, even if you can't jump high, you can still be a good high jumper because of your speed. And two, consistency because even if you're, say, a 6'10" high jumper, you can still jump 6'4" because maybe you didn't practice enough and you just didn't get it down packed, and that will ruin your day. And three is power because on your last step, that will allow you to elevate and of course get over the bar. To start with, you need to get a mark. Me personally, I like the 10-step approach, and I go from a J form. Some people like the C, but I don't because it screwed my ankles up when I did it, and it allows me to go a lot faster. So once you have your 10-step approach, you want to get that down, get it consistent, and you almost want it muscle memorized, yeah. So you get that down, you're about to start, and a lot of us track and field event guys do our little pre-jump, little ritual, which for some reason, I don't know why, but you start out, you push really hard out the back because that's where all your speed will come from, and your first 5 steps are straight out. At the 6th step, you begin the curve. The curve is extremely important because you introduce your lean. Me, coming from the left side, my chest will be a little tilted to the right, and I'll be at maybe a 30-degree angle. You need this because for your last 2 steps, which are called the penultimate steps, they will allow you to get some vertical impulse and allow you to jump over the bar. So, once you get to where you're taking off from, you need to really drive your knee, because driving your knee allows for you to get the elevation that you need. And once you get to a point where you can go over, you want to start putting your body over the bar. First, you start with your inside arm, because nothing is worse than hitting the bar on the way up with your arm. Now, once you get your left arm, well for me, my left arm, once you get that over, you can begin to get your back over, and that's when the iconic arching of your back begins. And next is probably the most important part. It's when you have to get your hips over. For many jumpers, that is the hardest part because you can be 5 inches over the bar, but come straight down, resulting in a scratch. So to get your hips over, you need to rotate, well, continue the rotation of your body, and basically by holding the arch in your back. Once you get your hips over, you can kick your legs up, land on the nice soft bit, and celebrate new personal records. And that's how you high jump.